I'm sitting up here paying bills, and I looked up and I'm like, man, it's time to go live. So let me go ahead and get to this so I can finish paying bills afterwards. Hope y'all had a vainglorious weekend. Hopefully y'all enjoyed y'all weekend, man. I enjoyed mine. We got a chance to sit down and finally do our movie day. We was trying to do like a movie night as a family. We finally got a chance to do that. Y'all excuse me while I get myself together. Let me close out all this stuff with my bills so that don't nobody be in my business. Don't nobody be in my bank account. Don't nobody be in my bank account. Go ahead and share my screen real quick. We're gonna get right to it. Guess what's up? Here to learn and share. Now the birds, good morning to you. The birds are chirping. The birds chirping today. Why are they chirping? Because they soaking wet. They chirping because they mad. Speaking of chirping, yesterday when we got out of church, it was a million birds in the trees behind our house. And how do I know it was a million? Because it sound Timothy was like, Dad, them birds sound fake. It sounded like somebody playing a soundtrack in the backyard. They sound like something you hear on like a scary movie when birds attack you. That's how it sounded. When we got out of the car, I'm like, man, them birds going crazy back there. But yes, it rained from last night at about 6:15 in the evening, all the way up until before I walked out the door with the boys this morning. So we took Noah's Ark to school today. And it's like maybe mid-50s. It's like maybe mid-50s out there. So I just had on like a little light sweatshirt. And I got to keep that old man Tater. Speaking of my old man Tater, I went to the barber shop the other day. It's this young man that working now. He knew. This is my third time trying to give him a chance. I ain't give him a chance because I'm the type of person, when I go in the barbershop, like, I'm going to go to anybody that's open, right? I've been going to this barbershop for years. Forever. I've been going to this barbershop forever, right? And it's a new young man in there. And, like, the first time he cut my hair, it looked quite right. I talked to y'all about this. Second time he cut my hair, it was, like, all spiky again. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was like, hey, he cutting against the grain, whatever, right? When he got my hair cut again the other day, right? And he asked me all these questions. Hey, is this how low you want it? Hey, is it? Now, when I get in the other barber's chair, I say the same thing. Give me a shot of temp, take half of it off, right? They cut it. Don't ask me no questions. It looked just like I wanted to look. I say the same thing to him, and he got 21 questions. I'm like, who you, 50 Cent? So he asked me all these questions, and I'm frustrated. I done been in this chair for about an hour. The other barbers done cut like 2-3 people. I'm good, man. I'm good. Just let me go. So I leave. I come home. I'm looking in the mirror like I'm gonna have to get a cut in like 2 days. I don't look like I got no haircut. So when Calandra come home, I like, man, I went to the barbershop today, man. Don't look like I got my hair cut at all. She like, you got a haircut today? I'm like, man, I can't do it, man. I can't do it no more. I cannot. I done gave him 3 chances. I'm sorry, my guy. No knock against you, but one, I'm not coming in there to tell you how to cut my hair step by step. All I got to do is tell you what I want. My and I did break my chair. The caster on my chair broke, so maybe I need a new chair. If you listening, the caster broke. I tried to jerry rig it. I tried to stuff some cardboard behind the plastic to keep it from flipping, but the caster broke. Got to pick a bob. No, man, all about every B, Nate, X, all of when Puff was there, when Fletch was there, all of them. I sit in their chair because I've been knowing all on for years. I sit in the chair, give me this. Matter of fact, one time X and Puff, they were looking, they were like, because Flex be running his mouth when he cutting, right? Flex was cutting my hair, and then X and Puff, and then Flex. I don't know what Flex did to my head. I'm like, that ain't what I asked for, Flex, but it's too late now, right? So the next time I went in there, X and Puff was like, hey, Flex messed your hair up last time, didn't it? I said, y'all, he was like, man, when you was over there, X said, man, I looked at Puff and said, what is Flex doing to Tim's head, man? Tim don't get his hair cut like that. And they were like, man, I knew he messed your hair up. Everybody know, all of them in there know how I get my hair cut. They know exactly how I get my hair cut. And, hey, man, and I ain't got time to be waiting. Because they all on popular barbers. So it's like, hey, I'm waiting on him. I'm waiting on him. I'm waiting on him. So when I walk in, y'all, okay, yeah, boom, I'm going to you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to be waiting, man. I'm 50, man. Anyway, y'all ain't jumping on here to hear me talk about my haircut, man. Y'all came on here to hear me talk about the price action. The price, let me share my screen and let's get to the price action so I can get back to finish paying my bills before the market open. I was checking out this Toby and Fat interview with what's the name this morning before I took the boys to school with Sway. Let's go over here and holler at our homegirl Spyleen and see what she doing, man. If you don't know who Spyleen, oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, y'all. If this is the first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, man, I'd like to say welcome. And we usually don't start the show off with me talking about my haircut. If it's not your first time tuning in, I'm pretty sure it's not your first time tuning in. I still want to say welcome, but I want to give you a nice hearty, well, thank you. I want to say thank you to people like Here to Learn and Share, who I was talking about. Because the birds are chirping. I want to give a shout out to Cool It. Always pulling up. I want to give a shout out to Laverne be put. I got to shout out Seawalk. You know why? Because I don't understand how I'm a Seawalk. I just want to shout a few people out. Why? Because they always here supporting every single day. Speaking of supporting, this morning when I was logging in, I noticed that we had a new member. I can't remember what the new member name was, but that's why I'm going over here to get it so I can shout you out. We had a new member. Again, when I say a new member, I mean a new member that joined the actual memberships that we offer. The joining the memberships is not necessary. Don't look at this shout out here as a money grab. I'm just shouting out the members who decides to support the channel in a monetary fashion. Members, where there it is. I have to find this every time. Every time. See your members. Clickety click. Clickety click. Let me share my screen. Shout out Captain Kurt. That's who it is. Shout out Captain Kurt, who joined the gang yesterday. Shout out Captain Kurt, our newest member to join the gang. I appreciate you, Captain Kirk. I really do. And I appreciate you and all the other members. These are the members that join. Hold up. I forgot about this. I was supposed to be doing this. Shout out the members with the fancy dancy new whatever you call it, the little badge, the fancy dancy badge. Shout out all the members that have been a member for longer than a month, an active member longer than a month, because there's a difference between being a member longer than a month and an active member longer than a month. An active member is someone who has been supporting the channel in a financial way for more than a month, right? So there you go. Shout out Angela. Shout out Little Hawk. Angela. Little Hawk. Rewind. Here to learn and share. Runda. Green. Cool. Keep it cool it now. Ooh, watch out. Cool it. Miss MJ, Kareem. Those are all the members with the fancy dancy, with the light blue with the star in the middle badge. You hear me? Shout out all the members. These are the day ones from the Angela was the very first one to sign up for the membership when I first announced the memberships, and then y'all see the order from there. I ain't gonna insult y'all intelligence, but they got the fancy dancy badges now. Now that I done did all that, everybody welcome. Let's go ahead and get into let's go holler at Spyleen. If y'all don't know who Spyleen is the ETF that tracks the S&P 500, aka the SPY. But we around here we call her Spyleen, and we even wrote a song for her. Want to hear it? Here it go. Spyleen, Spyleen, where you at, baby? Here I go. Hey, how you doing? Girl, look what you about to do. Spyleen about to gap down almost $3, $2.90 right now, almost $3. Spyleen about to gap down $3, as you see. So that means we're immediately about to take out the sell side liquidity from Friday. We immediately from to go down to the fair value gap that we talked about on the weekend chart prep for all the gold and black spider members. The remember when I drew the little arrows and all that right there? We've come to the fair value gap immediately. So now on this morning's live, I have to come up with a new idea. I have to come up with what I'm watching now because it did it immediately overnight. Let's go in and look and see how it did it with the immediateness. Let's do it on Ninja Trader. Did I open up yeah, I guess I did. I guess I did open up I guess I can close these right here. Let's see how it did it on Ninja Trader. These are hourly candles. This is that box. Yeah, y'all can see it. This rectangle right here, that's that daily fair value gap. As you see, we gap down at the open, push back up above Friday's close. Friday's close was 40.8425. Right, push back above Friday's close. Kiss this hourly fair value gap right here. Just kissed it. Then we kiss it. 40.86, 40. Yep, went up there wick for wick with the hourly fair value gap. And then just spooled down for the rest of the night. Looking at the 60-minute chart, we just spooled down all night long. And what I mean when I say spooled down, the algo makes no attempt to try to retrace, make no attempt to try to fill imbalances. It just spooled down all night. As you see here, when we gap down, we did fill in the gap down, right, by pushing all the way back up to there. But after that, we just came down, have no imbalances here. No imbalances there on the hourly. Then we make an imbalance here, right there coming up to the London Open. Make no attempt to fill that imbalance. Make another imbalance here on the 4 o'clock candle. That'll be the 3 o'clock candle on TradingView or Thinkorswim. Made no attempt to fill that imbalance. Got all the way down to the daily fair value gap that we talked about on the weekend chart prep, saying that nice healthy price action would be to come back to this daily fair value gap first, and we did it overnight. So now it's time to make up a new plan. We're getting close to the weekly equilibrium, the weekly box equilibrium, and that is from the low of the 25th to the high of the 27th, meaning that's last week's low and high. We made the low on Wednesday and the high on Friday. So we're close back to equilibrium. And like we always say, whenever you take out buy side or sell side, you're looking for the market to come back to at least equilibrium and hopefully a discount or a premium, depending on if you want to go short or long, right? So we took out buy side on Friday. We took out the weekly buy side, right? And then now we've retraced back to the like right at the weekly's equilibrium right now. So the price has come back to equilibrium. We've taken out the daily sell side, right? We took out Friday sell side. Now let's see if this bearishness continues. What will I be looking for, right? Just to share my thoughts with everyone. Y'all know how I do. We have made an extended run, right? We have made an extended run. I will need for it to get back up to at least equilibrium, right? Because we took out the sell side, right? We took out the sell side and run our fibs from the high to the low, right? We've taken out the sell side. So equilibrium for this run right here that took out the sell side is 40.74, let's just say 75. So 40.74.75. You know, if you like the front run, 40.74.50, right? That's equilibrium for this run. That will give you an entry above the midnight open, right? That will be a beautiful short if they want this to be a power 3 to the downside day, right? If they are hitting you with the 52 fake out just to come down to this daily fair value gap that we talked about on the live yesterday, be very careful because it's set up already for a power 3 to the upside day, right? So be careful about your entries. Y'all know Lil Timmy Rogers like to take Monday to see what the market is going to offer, you know what I'm saying? But be careful, be mindful that we have two imbalances, 2 hourly imbalances below the midnight, right? If the market is super bearish, we have a bearish breaker at the close of the break. The close of the bearish breaker is 40.59.75. The open of the bearish breaker is 40.65.75. And for anybody who don't know what I'm talking about, a bearish breaker, when I say the close is the bottom, the close of the candle. And when I talk about the open of a bearish breaker, the open is the open of the candle, right? Right there. So it's the top and the bottom. The close is the bottom. The open is the top, right? And for the bullish, the open is the bottom. The close is the top, right? Close the top. Now, you got it. All right, so you got a bearish breaker. I'll draw it out for those who want it drawn out. If the market wants to be super bearish, right? We got a bearish breaker right there. We got the breaking market structure, and we got a fair value gap, a bearish fair value gap that's inside the breaker, all in line, right? So you got a fair value gap that goes from 40.60.50 down to 40.58.25, and then the bearish breaker is 40.65.75 to 40.59.75. So you got a bearish breaker and a bearish fair value gap sitting right there, and all of that's below midnight and it's below equilibrium. All right, So if the market is super bearish and you think the market going to keep sliding from here and it's not going to give you all the way back up here to equilibrium and the short from above midnight, then that's what lays in your path. And right there also is the London Open at 40.6275. So coming back up into this breaker, getting into this 60-minute fair value gap at the top of the breaker, that would be a short from the London Open, getting back above the London Open and take it down. But like I say, I'm looking forward to come back up here because that's the equilibrium and we've gone this far. So I'm just going to be watching for the time. I watch on Monday anyway, but we've come so far. We could be mounting a climatic reversal. I'm just playing. Why is that a bearish breaker? Why? Say it again. Why is that the bearish breaker instead of the next red candle higher? Because this is the low of the, when we left, this is the low, right? You know what I'm saying? We was here, and this is the low of this run right there. So right there, because this is the, I'm just coming to the low. If you wanna go up here to that one, so be it. But I'm just going from the low of the whole price run right there. Right. I'm just going from the low. Like if we would have went up and then came down for a little while and then went up, then I would be looking up here for the breaker. But we didn't come down and make a low and go back up. We just made an order block right there. You know what I'm saying? We just made a bullish order block. Like we would have came up, came down, make a low, and then came back up again. Then I would be looking at that candle here. But since, you know, we came down here and then we took off, right? This low down here is what broke this high, and that's the last down close candle of that. So that's why I use that as the breaker. Yeah. So we got a lot to get through to get back up here to this midnight. To short from. Do we have the juice to get up there? I don't know, Raggy. We have come a long ways, right? If I was a gambling man, I would be looking at the sell side below this right here as a likely target, because we just been spooling, right? Keep in mind that we did just hit a daily fair value gap. The daily fair value gap that I was talking about on the live, we've just hit that. Came into this order block, right? We're at the fair value, filled the fair value gap at the order block. Now we're getting the retrace on the fair value gap. You know, we're getting the wax on and the wax off. Could this be a beautiful reversal, or can it just be a retrace back to this PD array to keep sliding down to this sell side? Let the market tell you what it wants to do. I'm going to go ahead and call it right there, y'all. Hopefully I said something to help somebody. I got 6 minutes before I need to start with the black spiders, and I still got a couple more things I need to pay. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. If you like what you saw, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. And black spiders, I'll see y'all in a few minutes. If I'm 1 or 2 minutes late, I jollipies, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish up paying these bills before I get too busy. I'll see the rest of y'all at 6:30. Again, thank you, Captain Kirk, and all the other members. And thank you to the black spiders with the new fancy badge, meaning you done been hanging out with us and you've been putting your money where your mouth is by supporting the channel financially for longer than a month. I thank you very much. I'll see y'all tonight at 6:30 for the price action recap. If you're gonna trade, please trade safe. If you're not gonna trade, please take copious notes so you can go back through all those notes and see what you study what you learned today. I'll see y'all at 6:30, man. I'm gone.